I'm an Arizona native, and both of my parents, originally from Ohio, relocated here, and I was born here along with my sister. And I remember growing up in the East Valley and having a childhood that was different than what my parents described in Ohio, but it was something that I knew I could create because Arizona at the time and still today is such a young state. And being young and being here and having kind of an entrepreneurial spirit and a vision for how I want to raise my family, I look at that history and I look at, kind of the desert that I grew up in, more or less, and how it's grown and become a vibrant community. And to think about what that could be like in the next 5 to 10 to 50 years is really exciting. And I think being young and staying here is what's going to make that the place that we want to raise our families. Arizona has this uniqueness about it because it's young, it's growing, but it also has this temperament to it, I suppose, that's open to change, it's open to ideas, it's open to inspiration. We look across the landscape and there's a lot of vacant buildings right now and vacant land, and what do we do with that and how do we create that? And it's a place that I found for young people that we really can create. We can be entrepreneurial, we can be dreamers, we can follow our dreams, we can create businesses, we can create families, we can create community. It's all to our taking. Unlike many other places that maybe have so much infrastructure, bureaucracy around it, it's just not something that you find here, so we have a unique opportunity. I think it's interesting being a part of a generation that really doesn't know color, doesn't know race, doesn't know necessarily age or gender gaps even. We're a unique generation in that way, and I think when I think about the colleagues and classmates and neighbors and community that I grew up in, I don't see anything but people, and really amazing people. And to think that would ever change is just strange to me. We want more of that. We want more diversity. We want more people bringing new ideas and new cultures and new just flavor, really, color, vibrancy to the communities that we're proud to call home. 2 of my closest girlfriends are from here, and we all made a commitment to stay here. And it was a pact, more or less, that my 2 closest girlfriends, our husbands, our families have made to actually stay here and take on leadership roles and take on responsibility and make this place something that we're proud of. And I get emotional talking about it because it's deeply, deeply in our core to do that. I think, looking at the leadership of the state and this generational gap almost that we see, where is our generation represented and how do we inspire my generation, the generation that follows, to become involved? I think the unfortunate thing is that if we let the future generation become disillusioned to think that it is the way it is and it will never change or we can't make it better, you lose a whole generation of young people that have incredible talent, amazing ideas, and an immense amount of energy to put into that. And so I constantly beg and plead, don't deter us. Enable us to become part of the solution, enable us to become part of the future.